Okay, so now I have completely cut out the number of cardstock that I'm going to need for the class. So I just cut 8.5 by 11.5, and then I also cut out a stack of little cards that I will put on the inside of the card, and I'll glue this in the inside so you can put a sentiment or a message to the recipient, or the class can do that in their cards. And now I'm getting ready to start cutting out the card interface. So just to get started, I have these elves, and you'll find this on in my Etsy store. So these really print out great at 8.5 by 11, okay? But I picked them out by at 3.5 by 5, 4 to each card, and they fit really great. They look good. Some of them are would appeal to a different audience. Yeah, I really like these. I really like these cute little kid elves. And in the section that I'm working on, I think this is print 1, and then there's the first one, and then the ones I just showed you were from the second batch. I had created a couple of elves that I really liked, but then I couldn't get them to come out very good anymore. But now these are just fabulous. Yeah, these are really pretty good. Yeah, I really like these. I think my class are going to love having a couple of these. And then I have these Christmas houses. Really like these. I mean, they might even look the same, but they are totally different, you know. I really like them. And, you know, even if you're not into Christmas, I love the winter scene. They're just so beautiful. And while I, generally speaking, I print on both sides of my cards, so that if I don't end up using them, I can use the other page or the other side. And I'm going to hand out a few of these to each of the participants in the class, because you know, not that it's snowy like this in where we live in the Pacific Northwest, but it can get like this during a particularly cold winter. So I really like these. I really love these, actually. And if they don't use them all, or they don't all get used in the class, I think that I will end up sending them out as part of our Christmas card distribution to our family and friends. Yeah, I really like this too. I love these nice wreaths. And some more houses. Yeah, I really like these houses. Even, I had these cats dressed up in the ugly sweaters too. I don't know where those are. If I can find them, I will put them up on the Etsy site as well. But I really like these little houses. Yeah, they're so cute. Okay, so I'm cutting these out right now. Oh, one thing I wanted to show you. So, when I was printing out the elves, I made a mistake and left some existing paper that I had printed out in the print tray. So the card, these same elf cards that are printed like in white, they overprinted on these, and I was like really struck by how, you know, funky they look. They make this overprint makes it look more vintagey. Now, of course, these are all messed up, and so I'm not going to use these. But I'll just use the back side. But these look okay, and so do these. I'm thinking, yeah, even this overprint over here, this doesn't look too bad. So I think I'll end up using these, but why I'm bringing this up is that you can take the same card and make it look fresh or like something different with an overprint like this. And what I'll probably end up doing is I'm going to maybe print a few over this, like, I call it a vintage tea, and I have printed a bunch of actual cardstock, you know, in different variations, but I have some that have that model look of a tea dyed or tea stained piece of paper, which I've tea dyed paper before, and it's great. But I always worry about whether tea dyeing changes the acid of the paper content, and so you know, and I just like this where, you know, this variation, like these lines actually, are highlighted over the little elf's face. And you can like write over that. It just looks so cute. Anyway, I just wanted to show you guys that. So anyway, so now I'm going to start cutting these out, and because they're at this 3.5 by 5. When I cut these out, you can do like once you we'll test this first, okay? Make sure that everything exact, but I'm pretty sure it is. You can do like 2 and 3 at a time instead of cutting them out individually. And I have a class with like 20 participants, so I want to get all their packets done. In like one shot. So I'm just going to do this here, like that. Okay. So did it cut out okay? Yep, I think so. I think so. these with a little white around it. I can't really tell, but I think these are okay. I'm going to do these. You know, generally speaking, I take my ink pads and stain the edges, ink my edges of these card faces. But since this is for a class, I'm not doing that. Each class member is going to have enough cards to do, enough materials to do 5 cards. But that includes envelopes. And I'm just not going to do that. So anyway, I'm just putting these up here. So. And also, in this particular class, even though the subject matter was the winter and Christmas, I mean, we kind of sold it like that. I put it, and when I say sell it, I think we're charging $10 per participant for materials. That's really, you know, as well as, you know, we're going to have some goodies there too. So as far as it goes, we're doing a fundraiser, okay, and probably I would have been better. The club would have been better off if I just gave all the money I spent on this project to the club, as opposed to selling tickets for a card making class. But the idea is to get people through the door, you know, so they can see how much fun our club is, and to get new members, and as opposed to raising money for the card making class. And maybe we'll get I'll get better at this so I can do other classes and maybe have more members or more people participate. But 20 to 25 people is as much as I can accommodate with class materials, because this is time consuming. I've been working on this project for about 4 weeks, you know, coming up with ideas for cards, and then cutting out all the materials and cutting things out by hand. I'll show you in a second what I'm talking about. Okay, so anyway, I will finish cutting these out in another second. But I did want to just finish this one group before moving on to what I wanted to show you next. Because I've got a lot of cutting to do. So I'll just put these to the side. Okay. Also, I did birthday cards, you know, and then I also did I Wish You Were Well cards, you know. So they'll have more than just Christmas or winter scenes as options for card making, just in case they're not into that. Okay, so, and here's a stack of stuff that I still have to cut out. So there's that. But then the second thing that I'm going to get into is cutting out the little, I don't know, the quotes and messages and sentiments that I created to go on the card. You don't just put together a card with a scene and that's it. You might also want to include a sentiment. And And what I do is I cut like little sentiments like this. And I have another stack here of sentiments, yeah. So I have all these sentiments. And I'm going to include the little sentiments in like a little envelope like this to go into their packet. And then, so I take things like I've made here, and I put them on a backing Christmas type paper, like so. And then I just glue them on like this. And it can be straight or not. It doesn't really matter to me. I have lots of these. I'll show you how I did these in another video. But basically I print them out in bulk like this, and then I cut them up. Then I find some paper that will go with the cards that we're making. And some of them are vintagey like, you know. Some of them are more boldly colored. And then I'll print them on something like this. Oh, let me show you. I have some already done. And then put them on these. And they look really cute. Like that. See? Okay. Yeah. So, but that's another project. And then also, finally, I do envelopes for the cards for the class. So I will cut out, first off, I'll include a cutout, a template for them to use to cut out their card. And then the second thing I'll do is include and then I'll create a card for them. Actually, that's all glued up, so they can see what I'm talking about, what we're looking at. And then I might include another cutout, but not glued, so that they can see what it looks like after it's cut out. And then I might put three or more papers like this. And these papers, by the way, all of these papers will be on my website, or on my Etsy store. So one can use it to, oh yeah, see, it's really pretty. Yeah, to be honest with you, I have a tendency to use the lighter part on the outside and then put the more colored part, let's see, like maybe like that on the inside. But you know, however you want to do it, if you're going to mail the envelope through the post, then it's easier to do with the lighter side on the outside. So, and then you can kind of like, you know, really put somebody's name on here without having to worry that the postman won't be able to read the address without putting on a label. Or not, you know. You can use labels if you want, but the lighter color does help to allow. Yeah, this is kind of bold color. Maybe this is a little lighter. So, and then as for cutting it out, you know, you just cut out. It's pretty self-explanatory, and it's ready to go. I have cut out templates already that I use, but I'm not going to cut out that one. But I'll give you a demonstration in a second on the cutouts, and then I'll also give you a demonstration of what the packet's going to look like in the person's envelope. And I use like a plastic envelope like this to put all of the stuff in there. And then I'm also going to cut out these handmade by, so that they can glue a note about who made their card on the back, and they can sign it. They don't actually need this, but it's just another touch. So, and that's what I do on my own. So, okay. So anyway, just put it to the side and get busy and do some more, and then I'll be back.